It is no secret what we eat impacts our health. And there's a lot of noise about what it takes to eat healthy, but there really doesn't have to be. And today we're going to talk all about superfoods and how to incorporate them into your meals. So joining us for that, family medicine doctor for Kaiser Permanente Capitol Hill Medical Center, Patricia Egwuatu. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
We're so happy every time you come here. Let's start with the basics here. What are superfoods?
Yes, this is a great conversation to have as we head into spring and summer. And superfoods are nutrient-dense foods that are healthy and have so much healthy nutrients, and they're good for our body.
So not only do they taste delicious, but they're giving us some benefits too. Do you have any personal favorite go-to superfoods?
Yeah, I have a couple. I love avocados.
Ooh.
One, because you can make a great avocado toast, guacamole, but it also contains healthy fats, including nutrients like vitamin B, C, and K. And also I've discovered some chickpeas. Like you can make fine chickpea pasta, but also roast them and just snack on them, but they're great for protein and fiber. And then flax seeds are great because that's great for like brain health and heart disease prevention, but you could just sprinkle them on soups and salads, and that's really easy.
Yeah, I love all those things. You're making me wish we had some chips and guac right now to snack on.
Yeah.
I think, we hear a lot about these buzzy words like superfoods on social media. What do we need to kind of be careful about when we're learning about these health topics online?
So, social media has its pros and cons, but when we think about superfoods, we really want to make sure that we are eating a variety, keeping it balanced, and not eating too much in moderation. So you can get lost in the weeds, like, on the algorithm of social media.
Yeah.
But I love ever finding new recipes. Like, I really wanted to find a new salmon recipe, so I make a salmon bowl for me and my partner once a week, and it's great. It's heavy with the superfoods, but just being mindful of what there is out there.
Oh, that's a really good tip. I feel like I have this whole list in my phone of different meals that I want to make, but sometimes I'll have some of the ingredients at home and then I'll be like, oh no, I needed a sweet potato for this one or something. So I just try to make a big grocery list ahead of time to make sure that I can get all those yummy nutrient-packed superfoods. I'm curious, what are some of your favorite ways to incorporate superfoods into meals?
It's like looking at our fridge, sometimes we get overwhelmed, to make a recipe, we need all the things. But I like to think ahead, think about maybe a new recipe I could try. So looking at social media, just working with the diet I already have. I recently discovered Meghan Markle's viral one-pot pasta.
Oh, yeah.
And so just threw in things I already had. So just kind of thinking of that, being creative.
Ooh, wait, give me some ideas of what's in this one-pot pasta.
So you can add, you could do chickpea pasta.
Okay.
And you just put it in a boiling pot of water with tomatoes, which is a superfood, garlic, which is great. Throw in some spinach or kale on top of a protein, and then you just boil it for 20 minutes, and then there's your pasta.
Oh my God. Wait, I think I saw that on one of her episodes of her show, right?
Yes,
oh, it was in one of the first episodes. I was like, those tomatoes look so yummy.
Yes, and it's a superfood.
Yes, and yeah, even talking about pasta and things like that, it doesn't have to be super expensive, right? It's not always these exotic ingredients. With the rising price of groceries, something I think we're all thinking about, are there some affordable superfoods that you'd recommend people try?
Yes, there is. Really eating within the season, because that's where you're going to find more cheaper and options within your budget. So right now, as we head into spring and summer, more berries are available. So shopping at the grocery store, you talk about the perimeter and eating colorful, but then think about farmers markets, and then even incorporating a garden in your backyard. My mom has a garden, she grows kale, so she's always come and grab kale from me. And that's a really great idea of incorporating your family and teaching kids about superfoods.
And eating your backyard. I love it.
Yeah.
Any ideas for how people can meal prep superfoods? So preparing a bunch at once instead of feeling like every day I have to do this whole recipe.
Yes, life is overwhelming, it's busy, and meal prepping is really hard. So going through your groceries, writing out a list, and then what I recommend is once a week, washing your fruits and veggies, maybe making your protein in bulk. If you like to do meal prep, a midweek meal, I think that's a great option because you get tired. Those are great ways to meal prep and just keep it simple.
Do you have any other favorite things that you like to meal prep? Like personally, I love making a big soup, and I'll almost always like double the recipe and then keep them in mason jars and freeze them so that like for my weekday lunches, for example, I'll just grab a frozen thing of soup and then bring it. Do you have any other things
I
you
like
doing?
sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
Like you can just wash them, chop them up. You can put them in a salad. You can add them to soups or just eat it with protein. I feel like that's just a quick way. And you know what? I also like a smoothie. Sometimes like not able always to make them, but you get frozen veggies and fruits and just throw them into like my NutriBullet, and that's the way to go.
Oh yeah, I love a smoothie. I used to work at a smoothie shop in high school. I was telling you right before we started this too. So I love I think spinach is such an easy one to put into smoothies too, and then you blend it up with enough like delicious fruit, and you don't even taste the green, and you're getting the superfoods, right?
And you're good to go.
Love talking to you about this, Patricia. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing so many great ideas.
No problem.
You are awesome.